Have you ever noticed how the richest people in the world rarely discuss their wealth? Meanwhile, those who struggle the most can't seem to stop talking about it. It's on their minds constantly. How to make it, how to get more, why they don't have enough. But the truly wealthy, they stay silent. And that silence is not an accident. It's a strategy. Wealth isn't just about numbers in a bank account. It's a mindset, it's discipline, it's knowing when to speak and when to listen. The wealthy don't announce their moves, they make them. They don't seek approval, they build empires. Silence isn't just a habit, it's a tool. And if you understand why, you'll start to see wealth in an entirely new way. Think about this. If you walked into a room filled with millionaires and billionaires, do you think they'd be sitting around discussing their bank balances? No. They'd be talking about ideas, strategy, and the next move. They know something that most people don't. The more you talk about money, the less of it you actually have. Let me tell you something. You've been conditioned to believe that talking about wealth is the same as having it. But that's a lie. By the end of this, you'll understand why those who stay quiet are always the ones in control. Have you ever met someone who constantly brags about their success, their income, or their so-called wealth? Pay attention, because those are usually the ones who are struggling the most. The loudest voices often belong to the weakest players in the game. Why do they do it? Because they need validation. They need people to believe they're doing well, sometimes even more than they believe it themselves. But true success doesn't need a spotlight. The wealthiest people in the world don't waste time proving themselves to others. They're too busy building. Let me put it this way. Imagine a safe full of gold. Do you think the owner of that safe walks around telling everyone about it? Of course not. Because the moment they do, they invite thieves. Wealthy individuals treat their knowledge, their investments, and their strategies like a locked vault. Not everyone gets access. Meanwhile, those who struggle financially are often the ones broadcasting their moves. They flash their latest purchases, exaggerate their income, and spend money they don't even have just to keep up an image. But while they're chasing attention, the truly wealthy are chasing opportunities. This isn't about arrogance, it's about power. The more noise you make, the more people see your weaknesses. The more you stay quiet, the more you control the game. Silence is not a coincidence. It's not luck. It's a calculated decision. The wealthiest people in the world understand something that most people never will. The less people know about your moves, the harder it is for them to interfere. Think about chess. The best players don't announce their strategy. They don't tell their opponents what they're about to do. They move in silence and strike when the time is right. That's exactly how the wealthy operate. Silence gives you control. It keeps people guessing. It prevents envy, unnecessary competition, and outside interference. The moment you start announcing your financial wins, you invite opinions, distractions, and even sabotage. Ever wonder why the wealthiest individuals avoid public attention? Why they don't flaunt their success? Because they understand that wealth isn't just about money, it's about leverage. And the moment you start talking too much, you give that leverage away. By the time we're done, you'll understand why silence is the most valuable currency. And more importantly, you'll learn how to use it. If someone is truly wealthy, why would they feel the need to prove it? Why would they waste time convincing others of their success? Think about it. When someone is truly wealthy, they don't need to boast about it, they don't need approval from anyone, but here's the truth most people won't admit. Those who struggle financially often go to great lengths to create the illusion of wealth. They buy flashy cars, expensive clothes, and live beyond their means, all to impress others. But deep down, they're stuck. And the more they try to appear wealthy, the deeper into debt they fall. It's a vicious cycle. The more they flaunt their success, the more they need validation. The more they need validation, the further away they get from real wealth. Because at the end of the day, real wealth isn't about what you show to the world, it's about what you keep for yourself, your assets, your mindset, your strategy. If you're stuck in the cycle of showing off what you have, it's time to break. Real wealth doesn't need to be announced, it speaks for itself. The richest people aren't showing off. They're working behind the scenes, building their future while others are busy trying to impress people who don't matter. Why do people boast? Why do they feel the need to tell everyone about their latest purchase or their big promotion? It's simple. They crave validation. But here's the hard truth. Seeking validation only blocks real success. The more you focus on getting approval from others, the less time you spend on actually building something valuable. It's like running in circles trying to keep up appearances while going nowhere. Imagine this. Loud people are like empty barrels. The less substance they have, the more noise they make. They shout about their success because they're trying to cover up their insecurities. But the wealthy, they're quiet, they're focused. They know that true wealth doesn't require a spotlight, it thrives in the shadows. Stop wasting energy seeking validation from others. The moment you let go of that need is the moment you start building real success. The only approval that matters is your own, and the only validation you need is from the results you create. True success doesn't need a megaphone. It doesn't need to be shouted from the rooftops. Wealthy individuals avoid the validation game because they know it's a trap. Why do they stay silent? Because silence gives them power. They don't need to explain their strategies to anyone. They don't need to prove that they're succeeding. They let their success speak for itself. In fact, the wealthiest people in the world are often the quietest. They don't announce their investments, their next big move, or their achievements. Why? Because they don't need the approval of others to feel validated. They know that true success doesn't seek attention, it attracts it. Take a moment and think about some of the richest people you know of. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos. They don't go around bragging about their wealth. They don't need to. Their wealth is self-evident in their actions and their results. And you don't hear them talking about it every minute of the day, do you? If you want to achieve lasting success, stop worrying about who's watching or who's impressed. Focus on your goals, stay quiet, and let your results do the talking. The wealthiest individuals understand that silence is not just a strategy, it's a way of life. Have you ever wondered why the world's richest families keep their business dealings so private? Why do they keep everything behind closed doors? The answer is simple. The more people know about your wealth, the more vulnerable you become. Visibility attracts competition, it invites envy, it opens the door to unnecessary scrutiny. That's why the wealthiest people in the world operate in silence. They don't announce their moves, they don't flaunt their success. Instead, they operate strategically, moving behind the scenes, out of the spotlight, where they can control the game without interference. Think of it like a king preparing for battle. A king never reveals his plans before the war. He waits for the right moment, makes his moves in silence, and then strikes with precision. If you reveal your strategy too early, you give away your advantage. This is the game the wealthy play, keeping their plans, their investments, and their moves hidden from the public eye. It's not about being secretive for the sake of it. It's about protecting their power and maintaining control. The less people know about your next move, the more control you have over the outcome. There's a reason why secrecy is so important for the wealthy. The more people know about your finances, the more they can try to sabotage your success. When you make your moves public, you open yourself up to all kinds of distractions. People will start questioning your choices. They'll start offering unsolicited advice, or worse, trying to talk you out of your plans. The more you broadcast, the more you invite others to influence your decisions. Wealth is built behind closed doors, not in public. The wealthiest individuals understand this. They don't show their hand. They don't reveal their next steps. Instead, they keep their investments, partnerships, and strategies discreet, making sure that they are the ones in control of the narrative. Imagine you're playing a game of poker. You wouldn't show your cards to the other players before it's your turn, would you? You wouldn't let them know what you're working with. The same applies to wealth. If you're not careful, your own success can be sabotaged by the opinions and actions of others. Keep your moves private and you'll protect your financial future. There's an art to staying hidden while still maintaining influence and power. The wealthiest individuals in the world have mastered this skill. They know how to operate in silence, out of the public eye, while still building their fortunes. Being invisible doesn't mean being inactive. It means staying out of unnecessary attention. It means keeping your strategies close to the chest, operating behind the scenes, and making moves that others don't see coming. The more you reveal, the less power you have. The less you reveal, the more control you maintain. Think about the silent billionaires who operate in the background, making strategic investments and deals without anyone knowing. They're the ones who understand the power of invisibility. They don't need the spotlight. They don't need anyone's attention. They know that true power comes from the ability to control your environment without anyone noticing. The less people know about your moves, the more you're able to move freely and with confidence. If you want to take control of your wealth, start mastering the art of strategic invisibility. Your silence is your power. Use it wisely and you'll find yourself in control of more than just your money. You'll control the game itself. Why does no one teach you the real principles of wealth? Why is financial literacy often left out of the curriculum in schools? The answer lies in the system that's been in place for generations. The truth is, the system benefits when people stay financially ignorant. It's designed to keep people in the dark, struggling, hustling, and chasing the next quick fix, while the truly wealthy build their wealth quietly, behind closed doors. Think about it. If everyone knew the real principles of wealth, there would be no middle class. Everyone would be able to build, grow, and secure their financial future. But that's not the agenda. If you stay distracted by flashy ads, get-rich-quick schemes, and social media influencers, you'll never learn what really matters. The system wants you to focus on instant gratification, on getting the latest gadget, the latest trend, or the biggest house. But real wealth isn't built by keeping up with the Joneses. It's built by creating a plan, sticking to it, and avoiding distractions. You were never taught the real wealth principles because the system thrives on you being financially ignorant. It keeps you distracted while the wealthy keep their secrets hidden. Now it's time for you to break free from that cycle. You've been lied to. Everything you've been told about wealth is only half the truth. The media, the influencers, the advertisements, all of them promote the idea that wealth is about spending. But real wealth isn't about showing off, it's about accumulating assets, making smart investments, and living below your means. Think about all the messages you see every day. Buy this, spend that, flaunt your success. But these are distractions. They're designed to keep you trapped in a cycle of spending and never building. Real wealth doesn't shout. It doesn't flash on social media. It stays quiet and grows in the background. Here's the thing. If you want to build wealth, stop paying attention to the illusion. The real wealthy individuals operate like an underground network. Only those in the know get access. They don't advertise their success because they don't need to. They focus on what really matters. Building assets, creating opportunities, and securing their financial future. Don't be fooled by the false narrative. Wealth isn't about what you wear, what you drive, or what's in your Instagram feed. It's about mindset, discipline, and long-term strategy. Why do successful people stay silent about their strategies? Because silence gives them an advantage. While others chase trends and fall into financial traps, the wealthy stay quiet, observe, and profit from those mistakes. The truth is, successful people don't need to broadcast their moves. They've already figured out that most people will chase the wrong things, fast money, risky investments, and get-rich-quick schemes. Meanwhile, the wealthy stay focused on building for the long term. They understand that wealth isn't created overnight. It's created through consistent, smart decisions and the ability to stay calm while others panic. Think about how the wealthy invest. They don't jump on the latest craze. They don't follow the crowd. They invest quietly, methodically, and with purpose. While everyone else is making noise, they're moving in silence, watching, learning, and positioning themselves for long-term success. By staying silent, the wealthy avoid the noise of the market. They don't get caught up in the drama. They let others make the mistakes while they quietly profit from their ignorance. If you want to build real wealth, start thinking like the wealthy. Stop following the crowd. Start observing, learning, and making decisions that will set you up for long-term success. What if starting today, you stop seeking approval from others? What if you let go of the habit of comparing yourself to the person next to you? The truth is, your mindset is the only thing standing between where you are and where you want to be. Most people are stuck because they continue to make decisions based on the opinions of others. They're driven by the need for validation. They care too much about what others think. This constant need to impress keeps them from taking real action toward wealth. But here's the good news. The moment you change your mindset, you change your financial future. If you can stop seeking approval from others, if you can stop worrying about how you're perceived, you'll be free to make decisions that lead to real success. The shift isn't about working harder or spending more. It's about changing the way you think. Start questioning your assumptions. Start questioning the things you've been told. Your wealth is directly tied to your mindset. Once you master this, everything else will follow. Your wealth will grow in proportion to your ability to control your focus. The wealthy don't think like the rest of the world. While most people focus on short-term pleasures and immediate gratification, the wealthy focus on the long-term vision. If you want to change your financial reality, you have to change your mindset. The wealthy think differently. They focus on building assets, creating long-term opportunities, and delaying gratification. They understand that true wealth isn't about spending now, it's about investing for the future. Your mindset is like a fortress. When you guard it, you control your future. The rich guard their mindset by focusing on what really matters: smart investments, steady growth, and strategic action. They don't let distractions or immediate gratification stand in their way. Think of your mind as the foundation for your wealth. The stronger your mindset, the more solid your financial future becomes. Stop thinking about what's in front of you today and start thinking about where you want to be tomorrow. Greatness is often misunderstood because it doesn't always look the way people expect. The most successful people in history were often doubted at first. They were criticized, dismissed, and misunderstood. But the key to their success wasn't in the noise. It was in their ability to move in silence, to keep their plans and goals hidden from the public eye. Those who resist the urge to announce their moves gain the advantage. They don't waste time trying to prove themselves. Instead, they focus on doing the work. They make their moves strategically, without fanfare or applause. Think about it. How many successful entrepreneurs do you know who didn't get the recognition they deserved in the beginning? Most of them weren't celebrated at first. They were misunderstood, doubted, and even ridiculed. But they kept moving forward in silence, and that silence was their strength. If you want to be successful, stop worrying about the noise. Don't focus on proving yourself to others. Keep your plans private. Focus on building, growing, and creating your future, even if no one else sees it yet. The wealthiest people in the world were once misunderstood, but their silence was the secret to their greatness. What if everything you said either built or destroyed your future? What if your words held the key to your success or failure? The reality is, when you talk too much, you give away your power. Every word you speak is like currency. The more you talk, the less valuable your words become. Speaking without purpose weakens your influence. Every time you overshare, you give others the opportunity to doubt you, to talk you out of your dreams, or to undermine your success. Think about it. When you overshare, you're revealing your plans to everyone around you. You're inviting distractions, opinions, and interference into your life. But when you speak with purpose, when your words have meaning, you start to attract the right people, opportunities, and attention. Your words are powerful, but only if you spend them wisely. Stop wasting time talking about what you're going to do and start focusing on what you've already done. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Speak only when your words create value. It's as simple as that. The wealthy understand this truth. Speaking less and saying more. They don't talk for the sake of it. They speak when it counts, when their words can move mountains, create opportunities, or build relationships. Knowing when to speak and when to stay quiet is an art. It's about understanding that some things are better left unsaid. Every time you open your mouth, you risk losing control. Every time you share a plan, you invite criticism. So what's the solution? Speak only when your words will create real value for you or the people you're talking to. The wealthy have mastered this skill. They don't waste their breath. They choose their words carefully, using them to create opportunities, attract investments, or open doors. Every word is strategic, and every word is powerful. Stop talking for the sake of talking. Instead, master the art of selective speech. Say less, but make what you do say count. If you want to attract success, you need to learn to speak with purpose. The way you communicate directly impacts your ability to build wealth. Weak speech patterns, self-doubt, and uncertainty can sabotage your progress. Start by eliminating weak speech patterns. Stop saying things like, "I'm just trying," or "I hope this works." Speak with certainty, confidence, and clarity. When you talk about your goals, speak as though they are already in motion. Speak with the conviction that they will happen, because that's the mindset that attracts success. The wealthy don't waste words. They speak with authority. They speak with purpose. Every sentence they speak is a step closer to their goals. Master the language of wealth. When you speak, do so with intention. Speak in a way that attracts opportunities, that inspires action, and that leaves no room for doubt. The more you speak with purpose, the more powerful your presence becomes. And remember this, if you talk too much about your goals, you give people the power to talk you out of them. Keep your plans private. Let your actions speak for you, and let your words build the path to your success. Silence isn't weakness, it's control. The more you learn to embrace silence, the more powerful you become. It's not about being quiet for the sake of it. It's about controlling your environment, your strategy, and your future. The wealthy understand this. They don't speak unless they have something of value to say. They don't share their plans until they are ready to execute them. Why? Because silence gives them control. It gives them the space to think, to strategize, and to move without interference. If you want to gain control over your life, your wealth, and your future, you must master the art of silence. Stop talking about your plans, your goals, and your success. Instead, focus on building, working, and taking action. Let your results do the talking. Remember, silence is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. The less you reveal, the more you control. Are you ready to step into the mindset of the wealthy? Are you ready to take control of your financial future and stop following the crowd? The power is in your hands, and the journey starts with a single step. Think of yourself as the architect of your own future. Every decision, every action, every word you speak shapes the life you're building. If you want to build wealth, start making deliberate, intentional choices. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start now. Every move you make, every investment you make, every habit you form is part of the blueprint for your financial success. You are the architect of your own future, and it's up to you to design the life you want to live. Starting today, apply the principles we've talked about. Move in silence, speak with purpose, guard your mindset, make deliberate, strategic decisions that will set you up for success. Watch what happens when you start taking control of your actions, your words, and your mindset. This is your moment. It's time to stop talking about success and start living it. Your financial future is in your hands. Now it's time to build it.